Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a video that's very unexpected. I am actually going to be updating you guys on a lot of things and I just got a delivery to my door. I'm hoping it is my PR boxes from Boxycharm. So since I'm not really sure because the arrival date isn't for another 2 more days, I thought, well, it says it's from Boxycharm. It is to me. So let's open this box together. And I'm going to give you some updates on kind of what's been going on with me behind the scenes. The last few updates I've told you guys I am sick and I still have been. And I've been doing tests, talking to doctors. And I have to update you on Penny, but I also want to talk about some makeup and stuff too. So I don't even know where this video is going to go, you guys. This is going to be so interesting. And for my beverage of choice today, it's going to be a little different because I'm still sick. This is the Pure Boost Immune that I got because a lot of you guys told me on Instagram when you have COVID, you wanted to have a lot of vitamins, some zinc, all of the things. So that's actually what I'm drinking today. So it's a little less sexy and fun, but you know, this is real life. And I've been taking you guys on this journey with me for a while now. So grab your tea, grab your Immune Boost juice, grab a snack, get comfy, and let's figure out what this video is going to be. Is it Boxycharm? Is it new releases? Is it life updates? It's probably all of the above. Cheers! This Pure Boost Immune actually does not taste bad at all. And I've been trying to start my day with it every day because your girl did a PCR test. I'm on day 20 and I am still COVID positive. But I'm gonna open this box up while I'm talking to you guys. This is the box that I think is from Boxycharm. I did a PCR test because my at-home tests have been negative, like very negative, like not even a faint line to possibly have COVID. And it came back last night positive. So I was like obviously heartbroken. I went to Instagram to update you guys because I know a lot of you have been asking like, hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling? I still have maybe some symptoms where it's like a lot of you guys let me know too that you had a lot of issues with some like nasal congestion or some phlegm, and that's where I'm at. I've got some cough. The fatigue is honestly kind of real. I'm not used to this kind of fatigue. I always thought fatigue was just being tired from being sick. No, it's like it's a whole new symptom that I'm kind of like adjusting to. I fell asleep the other day at the laptop. It was crazy. So my fever's gone though, so I'm hoping to feel better and I have some updates for you. But now I gotta open this box really quick because holy cow. Yes, this is my PR from Boxycharm. I was not expecting this until like 2 or 3 days from now. So I have to give my disclaimer. This is my PR boxes with Boxycharm. I'm so excited to be able to do them with you because I was honestly kind of getting worried there for a while. And I let you guys know in my last video, my paid for box, I was concerned because I'd already updated Boxycharm a few times. So these are my PR boxes. I am so grateful and so excited to be working still with Boxycharm. Again, these are gifted to me, so feel free to check out my description box down below to kind of give you more details on the boxes. But you guys know I am the honest user reviewer. I do not sugarcoat, even though I have been working with Boxycharm for a while. It's not like they're like really paying me to talk about them. The only way I get paid from Boxycharm is if you choose to click on my links below and purchase from them. So this is not sponsored. These are my real thoughts, and I have done the honest user reviews, 5 years now. I keep it real with you, and that's why I feel like we have this bond, you know. I'm very honest with you. So I really didn't think these were going to come for a couple more days, so I actually started my video setup and everything to just kind of give you life updates while I did some makeup and maybe talked about some new releases that are tempting me. So I may still talk about those if I have time. But also there's a little bit of background, but not much. I know in my last video I was getting ideas from you guys, and please keep those ideas coming. I'm kind of starting to put together an idea of what I want to do because pretty much the setup you're seeing is I'm in front of this big window here, which is lovely and it helps with filming a lot. But this room is long and narrow, so I'm trying to figure out what to put back here. So I just honestly moved my chair over from, if you saw my last video, I gave you a little bit of a beauty room tour update. And this is a plant that is actually in my entranceway that I showed you guys in my last video. I moved it in here and put it on a box just so I had a little something in the background for some greenery because I am wanting to figure out spatially, what do I have room for, what looks good on camera. So this is not like the new setup by any means. It's literally me putting it together before I hit record and putting together my little vitamin drink here. Again, we're growing together, so keep your thoughts coming. I love talking to you guys. Okay, so I'm really curious because I have no idea what the Luxe box is gonna have. This is a quarterly box, and then this is the base box. I just did my paid for base box, so I'm curious if this is gonna be the same as my paid for box or totally different. That has happened a lot actually. So let's just get into it and we'll just see where this video rambles to. I hope you guys are cool with this style of video because like I said, I'm still trying to recover. I still have some fatigue, but Boxycharm is like still the thing that I get excited for every month. And I know you guys have been curious about what does it look like this month. And I don't even think I've gotten to update you guys here on YouTube because on Instagram I've let you know Penny was back in the hospital recently on IVs. It's been very stressful. There's been a lot going on that I feel like I haven't been able to update you on. So hopefully I can do all of that in this video. So I guess let's start really quickly with the base box because I just did my paid for in the last video, so be sure to check that out. And I gave you like a house tour a little bit, like an updated beauty room tour. So let's kind of see what we're finding here. Same theme we already know about. It is the Express Yourself. Oh, I do see some different things. That's exciting. I got another repeat though of the Dr. Brandt primer. And I know this is a brand I still wish would go being cruelty free because I've loved their products before. But last I heard they're not. This is their backlight primer. So I'm going to put this in a giveaway, give to a friend type box. If I sound a little off, again, I'm sick, so I'm probably going to be coughing in between takes. So if there's a lot of cuts or things, or if my energy's low, again, please forgive me. I'm still trying to recover from COVID, and I'll give you guys some updates soon on what my doctor just told me. I literally just got an email before I hit record. This is a Beauty Vault eyeliner, retail for $18. This is supposed to be a highly pigmented eyeliner and is long wearing and waterproof. The felt tip glides easily to create precise lines. According to their website, they are cruelty free. Packaging has very tiny printing on it. So this is definitely probably an indie brand. I've never heard of them, but I've found some amazing indie brands before. This is what the pen looks like. I do like a felt tip. I do tend to like something a little bit thinner, but this could work well. Okay, I did just get this and I already used this on camera, so I don't need to do this today if I have something else. This is the Violet Voss Sun-Kissed Summer Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette for $37. I think my other one is right here. Yes, it is. And this is what it looks like. You can definitely check out my last video to see me playing with these. All right, there is some Viseart in this base box. That gets me so excited because I thought I had heard Viseart was somewhere in one of these boxes, but I didn't know where. This is the bronzer from Viseart, but look on the back here. Like, look how cute. So does this mean it opens like, oh my gosh. So it does open like this, I think. Does it just flip? How does this work? It's smarter than me. Okay, yes. Oh, okay, so it's got a protector on it. So I already did get a bronzer in my last box, but it was not Viseart. So it looks like if you didn't get the Viseart bronzer, you might be getting another type, which was this Shades by San bronzer. I think the Viseart looks a lot more cool toned and approachable, kind of what I'm used to. What color is this? This one is VBR01 Bronze Noix, N-O-I-X, Nox? We're close, I don't know. This was very warm toned and I had to take kind of a light hand because it's pretty pigmented. I'm excited to play with this too. We'll see how this goes. Oh, something from Too Faced? Forgot about you, Too Faced, I'm not gonna lie. This is the Lip Injection Maximum Plump for $32. This is the #1 lip gloss brand in America? Really? Are you ready for the ultimate plumping experience? Too Faced pushes the limits with this Lip Injection Maximum Plump. You'll see and feel results instantly. Okay, so the entire PR base box is $155. Now, I will not be using the Dr. Brandt primer, but everything else in here, oh my gosh, is all of this makeup? We've got Viseart bronzer, Violet Voss eyeshadow palette, Too Faced maximum lip plumpingness, and a liner. So holy cow, we actually have some makeup. Now keep in mind, this is my PR box, and my paid for box I think had 2 things of makeup in it outside of the primer. it had the bronzer and the eyeshadow palette. That's true. That's true. Okay, so that is the base. Let's move on to the quarterly Luxe box. And if you did not know, or if you didn't remember, nobody, as far as content creation goes, I think it's premium. Although, you know what? I think some of the bigger channels might get them. So if you're curious about the premium, if it's worth your dollars, unfortunately, they're not sending those out to everybody anymore, but whatever is what it is. Whew, something has a smell in here and I can't smell yet. I'm slowly getting my scent back. Some things it's really easy to smell and other things I'm like, I don't smell that as much as I know I should. But I just opened this box and I got, okay. I think there's some skincare in here, guys. So this is the Summer Luxe box. That one doesn't apparently have a theme anymore. I don't think they have for a while. I think they just kind of like go by the season, by the quarter. Whew. And I am seeing, I don't know, I'm just seeing a lot of boxes in here. So let's start from the top. Oh, okay, we do have an eyeshadow palette in here. I just didn't know it was gonna be an eyeshadow palette. This is the Rare Beauty Discovery Eyeshadow Palette for $29. How much was the Violet Voss palette? The Violet Voss palette is actually worth more that's in the base box, and that's $37. The Rare Beauty is $29. I have received Rare Beauty, but I've personally never received any of her eyeshadows. Have I? I don't think I have. So I am intrigued to try this eyeshadow palette. Let's take a look here. The one that I received, it says came to play. Oh, it's even got a dip in it. Okay, so this is the palette component. Looks like a dish. Yeah, this is the came to play eyeshadow. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I'm not too much of a purple girl, I'll be honest. Although, you know, I can play with these today and see how they work. This is a pretty palette. I've heard some people just don't really care for weird looking pans. So we'll have to try this. It is unique. I don't think I've gotten one of these ever. So let's see. It looks like a bunch of crescent moons, doesn't it? So, okay, good to know. Pretty excited to play with that formula because I've not gotten to do that before. This huge thing here is just staring me in the face. So let's see what this is. This is the Elemis Clarifying Clay Wash for $49. Simply cleanse pores and reduce the look of blemishes with this purifying facial wash. Ooh, we actually just ran out of a facial wash, so I'm pretty excited. Ooh, this is huge. This is what the bottle looks like. Yeah, this is hefty. This deeply cleansing, non-drying facial formula with clay cleanses pores and purifies the skin. I may use this first then because, again, I've been sick. I did wash my face this morning, but I still feel like I have some of the ick. So may put that on next. So this is a Wishful Honey Balm Jelly Moisturizer for $43. They say this is a luxuriously textured jelly meets balm moisturizer infused with honey to lock in moisture for up to 24 hours and soothe the skin. Okay, I had to ask Google and she said, yes, this is cruelty-free because it's Huda Beauty's brand, and then they did a deep dive onto Ethical Elephant to let me know that they are cruelty-free and none of their ingredients or formulas are tested on animals anywhere in the world. So that's super exciting. I will definitely be using this today. Again, your girl has been sick. So when you feel sick, it's like I'm trying to add life back to my skin right now. So definitely excited for this. And I've not gotten to try the Wishful brand at all. I didn't even remember that it was Huda's brand. I feel like I knew that at some point in time, but not recently. What are you? I may say this wrong. Please forgive me. Uve? U-V-E? Uve Beauty. This is a BU collection that includes 3 full-size and 3 mini antibacterial blenders to keep your skin cleaner and prettier by preventing bacteria growth throughout. So this is like a new brand to Boxycharm too. So let's see. Okay. So we have some sponges and then we have some mini sponges. Ooh. And they're all colorful. And there's a bunch of them in there. So 3 regular size, 3 minis. And the BU collection is in support and solidarity with the LGBTQ plus community, which is super exciting. And that's why it's so colorful. That's so fun. The world's cleanest makeup blender reduces acne and breakouts. Girl, I need that right now. blends 2 times faster, saves makeup up to 3 times, and it's vegan and non-toxic. Well, I will be trying one of these today. What else is in here? Keys. Okay, I do know that the Alicia Keys line has definitely been roaming around the boxes for the past few months, and it looks like this is another product from her collection. This is the Keys Soul Care Let Me Glow Illuminating Priming Serum with Niacinamide. This is a $26 value. And this is a hydrating, illuminating complexion and makeup priming serum that reveals a healthy golden glow while helping brighten and plump and smooth the look of your skin. Okay, I need all of the things right now after 20 days of testing positive for COVID. Definitely going to need some of this magic and claims that you are saying, because I have been really gross for a while. And then there's more. It's been a while since I've had a Luxe box. I did not remember how many things we get, which is exciting. Oh my gosh, is this Patrick Ta? I've never tried anything from Patrick Ta Beauty. This is the Major Glow Lip Shine, a universally flattering high shine lip gloss with the cushion and slip of a lip balm for zero stickiness and all shine. 22 bucks, brand new to Boxy. All right, looks like the name and swatch is She's Expensive, which, I mean, fun. Ooh, look how beautiful this is. Okay, I know we also got some Too Faced, but I may have to try this. I've never tried Patrick Ta. This is called She's Expensive, and I feel poor and broke right now. I mean, look at this girl's poor pores. I look a wreck. So anything to make your girl feel a little bit better. Maybe this will lift my spirits. I'm already getting excited and feeling a little pep in my step. Makeup can do that sometimes, guys. Sometimes we can do that for ourselves. Okay, we have some NARS in here. This is their iconic lipstick for $26. This is a No Rules, Just Lips new formula, dynamic blend. So NARS on their website says that they're working towards being cruelty-free, and they claim to be cruelty-free, but according to Cruelty-Free Kitty, NARS is still not cruelty-free because of their suppliers and their third parties. So unfortunately, I will not be able to use this today, but I can gift this to a friend. And honestly, one of my girlfriend's names is Chelsea, and I mean, it's her name in there. I think I'm gonna give this to her when I see her next, because that's so cute and totally up her alley. That's like her shade too. And the last thing in here is, what is this? What is this? Oh, from Iconic London. Iconic London Sheer Blush for $27. This has to be a cream because, I mean, look at this girl. Formulated with a unique gel to water texture, blendable and buildable blush melts right into the skin to give you a soft lit from within flush. 27 bucks. Okay. I've got some favorite products I've tried from Iconic London, and I've had some misses with Iconic London. So I think that is everything in the box. Let's add up the value. Oh my gosh, I did not realize these sponges were $65. Maybe it's because you get so many, but holy crap. It's $287 of value in this box. That is quite a bit. So I am going to kind of assess here what I'm going to do and where, and let's figure out how we're going to do our face today. I'm already seeing the timestamp. This may be kind of long, guys. So I'm going to wash my face with some Elemis. I'm going to put on some honey balm jelly with you, and we will go from there. Let me just go wash my face. Okay, this is definitely more of a clay face wash, which I like, I think. I'm going to let you guys know probably in an upcoming faves and fails, but I recently got, look how pretty I look. I recently got in my paid for box more of an exfoliating cleanser, which is nice, especially if you are trying to get your skin back together after being sick. But I think this is going to be very helpful too. So I'll let you guys know in an upcoming video, especially after I use it maybe with more makeup and stuff like that. So I wanted you to see what it looks like, see that it's more clay. I added a little bit more just to give it some more, I don't know, oomph, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually feel like a little bit of tightening after using that face wash, and my face actually feels pretty good. Maybe a little tacky, but it just happened. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated, obviously, in a future video. So let's see here. I think I'm gonna go now into this Wishful Honey Balm. It's a jelly moisturizer. Again, your girl needs all the help she can get right now. My skin is so rough. And while I'm doing some of this, you know, first impressions with you, I'll give you some updates from what I have learned, give you updates on me, on Penny, all this stuff. Look how pretty this is. Ooh. So this is what it looks like. Oh, I can actually smell this. Doesn't smell overwhelming, but again, I can't really trust my smeller right now, so give me some time. It's interesting they're calling this jelly. I don't know if I would associate this with jelly if I hadn't read jelly, but maybe a little. The texture doesn't seem like some of the jelly stuff I've had in the past. This still seems like a cream to me, maybe slightly whipped. So while I'm putting this on, I'll give you a little bit of updates here. So same with me, I am still testing positive with the PCR test, but so many of you guys made me feel so much better this morning after I updated you guys on my Instagram. And if you don't follow me there, you can follow me right here. And I so appreciate you guys. A lot of you were like, hey, it's normal to still test positive for even up to 90 days after getting COVID. But if you're like, symptoms are, going away, and if you don't have a fever, a lot of you were letting me know that that means you're not contagious anymore. And that made me feel so much better. I did reach out to my doctor, and she essentially said the same thing. She's like, because I've been quarantined for 20 days. Adam's been sleeping in our office. I have just been kind of going through it. I'm still dealing with a lot of fatigue. I'm still having a cough, phlegm, but like my fever went away after the first 5 days, and my at-home tests are negative right now. So that is a good sign, and it's apparently somewhat normal for that to be a thing. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on my chest. I don't wanna use the word greasy because I feel like that's the wrong word. I'm a little out of practice right now. This isn't as absorbing into my skin as I thought it might, but I could have just applied too much because your girl is in desperate need, and I just realized I don't have my trash can in here. I just put Penny outside to go potty, so let me go check on her really quick. She had to go back to the doggy hospital and get on IVs last week. It's been a really hard month of June for us. It's been really stressful. Let me go check on her. Okay, she seems okay. This right now does leave some like texture, obviously, and I look a little shiny. I could have put on too much, like I mentioned, so we'll just kind of let the play develop and see how this does. Okay, so I feel like the next thing that I have here to use, because I'm not going to be using the Dr. Brandt primer, I'm going to use the Keys primer. And this is a Let Me Glow Illuminating Serum. Let your inner glow show with this hydrating, priming serum in a sheer golden tint that complements all skin tones. Helps brighten, plump, smooth look of your skin while imparting a subtle, natural illumination alone or under makeup. So I'm gonna let this sit for just a second, and then we're gonna go into this. But to continue my little Penny update, if you guys remember last fall, Penny got really sick. And I even found out while I was filming for you guys, trying to distract myself, that she could come home, but she had been on IVs for like 2 days, I think. It's the same thing. It's I'll try to put the text maybe on the screen for you. They have a little acronym for it. It's essentially when it can happen anytime to any type of dog where they get really dehydrated. She wasn't keeping down water. She was vomiting. She started pooping blood. So it really became very scary for us again, because we immediately saw the signs. We learned about it last year in the fall. So now Cooper hears me talking, and he's coming in here to see if there's mommies in here. We learned through last year's experience what the symptoms were, so we caught it sooner this time around, but she was already vomiting a lot, couldn't keep hydrated because she was throwing up all of her water and all of her food, and it just happened spontaneously with this like tummy problem. So we're looking into a couple different things on like how to maybe do something different with her food, how do we prevent this? We kept asking the vet, how do we prevent this? Because she was in the doggy vet hospital for 12 hours on IVs. We got to her sooner this time, because last time we didn't know what was wrong. We just thought maybe she had, because she throws up with allergies a lot, we thought it was just maybe allergies, but this was way more than allergies as it progressed. So we caught it sooner this time. So she was only in the doggy hospital for 12 hours on IVs, but for the past week, and right now I'm still giving her medicine. We're on like 5 different medications around the clock with her, trying to keep her healthy. And we have a neighbor that is not helping our cause. They have, there are a lot of different things. When you move into a new neighborhood, you can only plan for so much, and we have these neighbors that are pretty noisy. Saturday nights they like to party extremely loud, and their backyard backs up to our backyard. So we've already like tried to talk to them, but they also have this cat that comes into our backyard and poops, like uses our backyard as a litter box and then buries it. Well, dogs, for some reason, like cat poop. So now Penny has diarrhea again because she's finding this cat poop. So that's why I keep going out there to check on her too. Sorry if you're trying to have a snack. I'm sorry. This is what's going on in my life right now. And I'm updating you. So now that this is set time to sit, I'm going to go into the keys. Okay, so this is what the product looks like. Definitely has that golden glow to it. Oh, you can definitely see that. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this helps with the shininess too, because I'm worried now I'm going to be too shiny. Penny girl is now being sick again. So luckily she has we already had scheduled a vet follow-up appointment for tomorrow. So I'm really hopeful that everything's going to be okay. I'm trying to keep her away from cat stuff. And now we've got some neighbors that are just really kind of inconsiderate. So I had to go over there Saturday night while I'm still sick and be like, could you please turn it down? And they didn't want to answer their door. So I'm like, oh, this will be fun. Oh, I'm looking really shiny. Really, really shiny. Let's take a look at this sponge real quick. Ooh, so it's got a cute little imprint of a heart that has a peace sign in it. It's very soft. It's got a little bit of texture to it too. Okay, sorry if it's a little louder now, guys. All these trucks just pulled up because we have, I think, some houses that are getting ready to be a little renoed and maybe back on the market. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, to be honest with you, but a bunch of trucks just showed up. So I'm in the middle of filming. It's the only time I have to do it while I've got some energy while I'm being sick. So let's just keep going on. The sponge got a little bit bigger. It definitely still has some bounce to it. It's extremely squishy. So let's see how it works out. Penny has a follow-up vet tomorrow to make sure she's looking okay and everything's all right. We've been feeding her some chicken and rice along with a very like healthy-ish, very healthy dog food that's like a canned food with the chicken and rice that the animal hospital gave us to go along with her meds. She's been having meds around the clock. It has just been, we've all been sick. It's been a really hard June for us, for sure. Had to cancel plans, had to postpone things. It's been all month long. I feel like I'm looking a little shiny, but this is applying and spreading my foundation. I'm just using one of my favorite CoverGirl Olay Simply Ageless drugstore foundations. I think it's going on pretty well. My face just looks pretty wet. So I know a lot of you guys were following the whole story with Penny on Instagram because I was kind of updating you. I'm like, oh gosh, what happened last year or last fall? Not even a full year. Last fall is happening again. Very dehydrated, couldn't keep anything down, pooping up blood that we were like, okay, these are definitely signs. We're going right now to, I started calling around to new emergency vets because we're in a new area, and I found one that could take her in, but it was like a 2-hour wait. And I'm like, I know what she needs. Put her on IVs. And they're like, well, we have to do tests first. So that was like 2 hours of waiting around. And I'm like, she's going to get worse. Give her IVs. So then they finally got on IVs, which is amazing. But you know, when it's like, you're the dog parent, you're the fur parent or the regular parent, and you're like, I know what's up. I just did this rodeo not that long ago. Help a girl out. So I was so grateful that they could get her in and got her on IVs. But let me tell you, I'm going to start like an Instagram or something for Penny because that girl is just expensive every time she goes in. So we're actually looking into doggy insurance for her. We looked at it before when we had our dog Simba, but it was going to cost a bunch. But we're thinking about maybe just putting Penny on it. So if you have any doggy insurances that you really like, let me know. She's 6 years old, and I don't think they consider this a pre-existing condition just because it can happen to any dog, but I don't know, honestly. So she's on the mend. I'm on the mend. I'm just, still having a cough, still having some fatigue. I already work remote, so I've honestly just been working out of the bedroom. kind of, I think I showed you guys a little bit of that in my last video where I just put the laptops in the bedroom and I've been working out of the bed, and I'm telling you, I didn't realize fatigue could knock me down this much, but whew, between the cough and the fatigue, it is rough. Okay, this is all blending really nicely. Like, I'm not disappointed at all in how this is blending. I'm probably a little bit shinier than I'm used to being, but I haven't powdered yet either. So let's see here. What would be next? I'm thinking powder would be next because, well, shoot. Okay, now I have this blush here, this sheer blush. And we all know the rule, liquids before powder. So maybe I should do this before I powder down the face. Maybe? Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's a squeezy tube. I was kind of hoping for a doe foot. Holy cow. Okay. So this came out pretty quickly. It's like a pale pink. Just see. We're just experimenting with our faces. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just showing this to my, thousands of closest friends. It's fine. Probably put on too much. Don't know what I'm doing. You know what? Let's use the sponge. Use the sponge. We have like 6 of them that they just gave us. I'm using the back end of the sponge. And I know everybody's doing a new technique with bronzers and blushes right now that I have not gotten to try. So if I can remember and not just do muscle memory, I'm gonna try that on here, where everybody's putting like their bronzers and contour things so much higher. We're doing a little bit of lifting to our faces. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was just looking through some of the new makeup releases out, and I was like, I just don't think I can get on board with all these cream products I'm seeing everywhere. And I know this isn't cream, this is more of a, liquid. But I'm sitting here going, I'm adding more. Sponge just doing a really good job of making everything look pretty seamless, I think, too. It's very, like I said, very pliable, very spongy. And then I can always flip it over to where the foundation was and just blend it a bit more. What are we thinking? Does look pretty natural and not overwhelming. I have been powdering and powdering with, I'm still loving, you guys, the AOA Perfect Powder. I have not stopped using this. I have so much pan on it since I did that video of the $1 makeup from Shop Miss A. This is this has been my go-to powder. I traveled with this. I use this all the time. Well, I haven't really worn makeup in like 20 days, but do you know what I'm saying, right? Like every time I'm going in for a powder, this is what I am using. So I'm thinking about making another order soon. Would you guys like to see another video with the Shop Miss A stuff and my recommendations or new stuff I'm trying? Do you have stuff you want me to try with that? You guys, I miss you. I feel like I haven't really been filming because I've been so sick and I was traveling. We have lots to discuss, as you can tell. This video is pretty hodgepodgey, so if I start a conversation and forget to go back to it, please forgive me. I'm still unwell and I'm doing the best I can, and I need to try this Viseart bronzer. Do I have any clean brushes though? I want to know what's going on over there. More trucks, more things. While we were on vacation, I'm just going to give you some tea about my neighborhood. Not that you know where I live or anything, but while I'm putting on this brand new bronzer, I just kind of want to gossip with my girls. Is that okay? Can we just gossip a minute while we do makeup? The neighbor that I met when I first moved in, I'm trying to go higher because apparently that's what everybody's doing, was gone. Like his dog, his wife, his baby, gone. And I was like, what's happening? I've been here, I think I'd been here 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks by the time we were going on our family vacation. Ooh, this is going on so smooth. Yes, please. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. And I have to tell you, even with all of these shiny things that I feel like make my face shiny, I do not see a ton of pores. I don't even have sunshine on right now, giving me a pretty, diffused look right now. I got nothing on this camera. I don't even see pores right now. This is going well. This is going well. So my neighbors disappeared, and I was like, where did these people go? They were the only people I had met when I first moved here, and they worked, I think, out of their house. One guy was kind of doing stuff on cars. His wife, I think, babysat for kids, and I was like, where'd they go? And then the neighbor next door, who has a huge pool in their backyard, all of a sudden, when I got sick, Adam was like, I just met new neighbors. They moved into the pool house. And I was like, really? And apparently they moved in and the same person who sold their house to them owned the neighbor's house that just disappeared on us while we were on vacation. So I have a feeling with the way that the housing craziness is going on right now, I have a feeling what's going on is people who owned rentals, because a lot of people owned rentals in Florida for like Airbnbs and, you know, VRBO stuff, they're all selling because the market is so crazy and people need houses to live in full time. So, and you know, the market is cha-ching, cha-ching. This may not be interesting to you, and if it's not, I'm so sorry. This is just all I've been able to know in my past 2 weeks of being, past 20 days being sick. All the houses that were rentals are now selling. And I learned that my neighbor next door, who's really, really loud and who has the cat that makes Penny eat her cat poop all the time, they're a rental. So I'm like, fingers crossed. Speaking of, I gotta go check her. Okay, she's inside. I am so impressed with this bronzer right now. So impressed with this bronzer. Let me turn off this light that looks a little yellow. Ooh, I am loving that. I'm even using it to just kind of like carve underneath here a little bit because your girl's not seeing sunshine in forever. I'm really loving this. It is super smooth. I am not seeing a ton of texture on my face, and I have been the crypt keeper for 20 straight days. So this is super exciting. I'm even like trying to look close up. I can see some pores up front here, but like nothing that's overly exaggerating anything. So I'm taking this as a win, you guys. I need all the wins I can get right now. And sorry, I'm kind of chatty. I missed you and I'm talking to nobody during the day because I'm sick at home. Just realized I didn't get anything for brows, so I'm gonna do some brows and I'll be right back. Y'all being sick too, your brows like know when you're sick and know when you don't have the capacity to treat them because they got wild. The other day I was in the bathroom with tweezers and I was like, I need to walk away because I don't know what's about to happen. I mean, I've been needing to get a more structured brow for a while, but it was going to be crazy if I didn't just like walk away because I was like, girl, you do not feel well enough to tackle on an important task that is the brows. Walk away, walk away. So we have the blush, we have the bronzer. I think we need to move on to our Rare Beauty palette. And if I need any support, I'm probably going to jump into the Violet Voss that you've already seen me use in my last video, but we may need something else because this is a lot of purple, you guys. I'm not a purple girl. Oh boy. I am pleased to see this very neutral tone in here. I do like to start my crease and a little bit of my base with something more neutral. Some kickback if you've never tried this formula. I have not. There is some like fallout in the pan, so that means it could be pretty pigmented, so just be cautious. This is a good neutral tone to start with. Oh man, Adam's gonna come home and see me after not wearing makeup except for that one day last week when I filmed with y'all, and he's gonna be like, purple? That was a choice. I think this is going on pretty smoothly, actually. I'm really not sure where to go now. I'm just gonna swatch a few here just to get an idea of what they look like. This iridescent-y purple is like a really pretty color, very smooth feeling. I'm going to things that are a little bit more approachable so I can start my eye look because I'm not sure what to do. I think I'll come over here with a fluffy. This one doesn't have as much fallout. Interesting. Okay. I do have concealer on my lids and some powders, but that's really the best way I like to set my eyes. So I've never used this formula before, so I'm just going to keep in mind this is how I always set my eyes before I put on anything new or old. I will say this palette is actually, like some of the colors in here, including that iridescent color, is actually reminding me of an iconic London palette that I got from a Boxycharm. So while I'm really intrigued to try this formula, because this is something I've wanted to try for a while, honestly, the Rare Beauty shadows, I don't think this is a very revolutionary color story, but that's probably why it's in a subscription box, because usually things that end up in a subscription box, you know, have either been out for a while or they're things that maybe didn't sell as well as some other stuff on the line. So you just never know. But I think I have these colors because I'm sitting here looking at this going, I'm feeling a throwback to an iconic London palette that I had. I do like to use my finger for shimmer shadows. So let's see how this applies. I'm going to take this all the way across the lid because I know there's that center shade there that I'm like, it's huge and super sparkly. So we got to do something with that. So I may take this iridescent-y purple tone. It's got a little bit of, it looks like a little bit of heather gray maybe in it. And I am going to spread this all over the lid and then maybe just use that very shimmery shade maybe, I don't know, towards the center, inner corner. I'll have to figure it out. Did I finish my story about what my doctor told me? If I didn't, my doctor told me that because my at-home COVID tests are testing negative and PCR tests can test positive for like up to 90 days, I am good and no longer contagious. So that's really exciting to hear because being contagious or worrying about being contagious and giving it to Adam, who could give it to coworkers, sucks. So we've been really looking forward to moving on. These are actually spreading really nicely. I'm applying it a little bit all over and I'm pretty impressed. Sorry the sun keeps going in and out, but I think now what I want to do, wipe off my finger and I want to see what this looks like. Ooh, it's rougher than I thought it would be compared to everything else. Oh my gosh. What is this, sugar? Like this looks extremely chunky, loose and textured. So I'm going to do a swatch in my hand first and just kind of see. It feels like I'm putting pure sugar or something on my skin. Sorry, that was loud. I don't know what that was next door. What is this? This is a glitter. Ooh. Ooh. I thought this was going to have some more like structure to it and maybe be less like it's everywhere, and I can actually see the individual like bits on my hand here, like the individual shadow that looks like sugar. I don't think I'm gonna put this on. I'm still working out of the bed, so I don't need a bunch of glitter in my bed. Does it come off easily? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's just wiping off. I have a feeling this would be all over my face. I have a feeling this would be all over my face, and I'm sorry, I'm not well enough to want to deal with that at the moment. I'm just not. So I'm glad I did a swatch test on my hand because I do not want to put that on my face right now. But you know what I do want to put on is some eyeliner. I want to do a little darker on the, now that I know I'm not going to go there, do I want to do a little bit of darker? We could. I'm wearing a black tank top. Okay, let's try this. Let's go over here into this dark shade on a very small detail brush and just see how we do, because I am still going to do the liner. Like I said, even though this color story is not something I'm terribly excited about or probably will use a ton, I'm still excited to try these shadows. I want to know, do I want to try more of Rare Beauty? And so far, minus this centerpiece that not something I really want to deal with, the shadows are being really easy to work with. They're spreading beautifully. They're laying pretty well on each other from what I can see. Even that nude brown shade that I have in my crease is really performing well and able to stand on its own and not getting muddy or drowned out by these other tones, which is exciting. Purple's gotten a little crazy over here. A little crazy. So now I'm going to use this liner from Beauty Vault. Is it a great idea to use liner when you've not been feeling well? Debatable, but we're going to do it anyway. My strategy is to use the side of one of these because it can get overwhelming pretty quick. I'm like, where are the Q-tips? Should I need them? Because I have a feeling I will, and I don't know where they are. Oh man, I have glitter all over this arm. Literally all over this arm. Ugh, yuck. You guys, I know it's summer, but I'm totally seeing more and more colorful makeup and more, I don't know, layers to makeup again. Are people falling back in love with doing a full face again versus the natural look? Because the natural look clearly has taken over the past few years for obvious reasons. But now I'm all of a sudden seeing the makeup that's on the market and the makeup I'm seeing people wear, more layered makeup. Makeup that takes more time. I'm gonna have to wash this glitter off my arm and hand forever. This is kind of bleeding a little bit, but that could also be my shaky hand since I'm... This is very wet. Very wet. Man, if you are a liner queen and you have the most like precise surgeon style hand, you could rock this. For me, this is feeling a little stressful. I'm about to end up with ginormous wings, so you know how that goes. I'm gonna try to wash off some of this glitter. I'll be right back because it is literally fluffing everywhere. Your girl's just gonna stop even if they don't look perfect because, I mean, this is a dangerous game. Yes, dangerous. The shadows look really good, even though they're not a color that I tend to gravitate to a bunch. I think they look really nice. I'm going to put on some, they didn't give me any mascara, right? Right. You know what I'd love soon is a really quality curler. I've been using my same Tarte eyelash curler forever, and I could probably use a good replacement soon. Okay, so I curled my lash, and I am seeing some of the liner come off. On both sides. Like this side over here has been dried down longer, and it's already coming off here in the middle where it like maybe grazed it. So maybe you have to wait longer than I did. Not a big fan of that because this was fully dry. At least I thought it was. But I don't have a lot of time to mess around with waiting for a liner to dry. But like I said, it was pretty wet feeling too. Guys, I already know this video is going to be really long, so I'm probably not going to do like the online honest reviews in this video, and my energy is going to be dropping soon, I'm sure of it, and I need to go eat. So what I'll probably do is do an update in other videos, maybe an upcoming video about honest user reviews specifically for the whole month of June for all the products I got, paid for and PR, and then we can dive into it once we've had even a little bit more time ourselves to work with the products. Because, again, I'm not feeling great and this video is already going to be long because I feel like I'm updating you on Penny, myself, Boxycharm, and maybe not in the eyeliner's a little shiny. It looks pretty decent right now in the viewfinder. Up close, I can see how it's kind of thinned out where I was curling my lashes. So we've got the Too Faced Maximum Plumper. Well, let's take this out so we can look at it. So is this supposed to leave your lips plump all the time too? Because it says 98% said this plumper left lips looking revolumized after 1 week. So does that mean it's supposed to be like ongoing? Extra strength instant long-term lip plumper. Did not realize it was a long-term lip plumper. How does that happen? How does that work? So we've got that, but then we also have the Patrick Ta. That's a little bit more bouge, a little bit more pretty. Maybe we could do both. I don't know, but I still need a base. I already see glitter on my lips from that stuff that I did not put on my face because it's on my hands and it's just going to keep transferring. I did wash my hands since then. Oh, this glitter. Ugh. That Rare Beauty, like, centerpiece, man. All right, I'm just going to use one of my favorite nude lipsticks right now, you guys. And then I will put on one of these glosses over the top. If you're curious, it's the Huda Beauty Day Slayer. It's my favorite one right now. I kind of want to see the Patrick Ta. Let's try the Patrick Ta, and if I feel like it can have something else on top of it, maybe I'll do this. But you guys, I've never tried Patrick Ta. Although the lip plumping are saying it's going to plump my lips forever. Like, it, well, not forever, but you know, you're going to see more plump lips. So the doe foot comes out pretty cleaned off. Like, you can't really see. It seems white. It's got a nice minty smell to it. Definitely juices up the lips. Kind of gives them a wet look, feels very slick, very juiced up. My lips feel very juiced up from just the little bit I put on right there. So I don't know if I could put this on, but maybe I'll try this on in another video. I'm worried it's gonna hurt. Like, I kind of just want to put it on my hand to see how it feels. Oh, this smells like a candy, like a jelly candy maybe. On the hand, it's very clear. Should I try putting it on top of this Patrick Ta and just see? Still a candy type-ish taste, smell, I don't know what you want to call it, flavor. Lips feeling extra hydrated, so we're gonna see how they feel, how they do while I see if I missed anything and give you my final thoughts. I'm having one of those like tingling sensations on the lips, but I'm also feeling it in my mouth right now. Keep in mind, I'm still technically COVID positive, whatever you want to say. And so I'm still getting some of my taste fully restored. So I don't know if this is just like waking things up. I don't know things yet. But I can feel this Too Faced lip injection on top of the lipstick and on top of the Patrick Ta for sure on the lips and kind of in my mouth at the moment. I'll let you know as I'm kind of going through this if things are feeling a little like, ooh, too much. If you're sensitive and you don't like any tingling, you probably already know this is probably not going to be your jam, but it's not like burning yet or anything like that. So I'm gonna let the play develop and we're gonna see how this goes. My initial honest user reviews, and then I'll probably do like the online user reviews for all 3 of the boxes in an upcoming video. Starting with the LMS face wash. I actually really liked the clay material. I liked how it thickened up. I liked how I actually felt something afterwards. Maybe it was kind of like pulling out some imperfections, but it definitely was not drying, and it says it's a non-drying. So I'm gonna keep trying this and letting you know my ongoing thoughts about this. There's plenty in here. It's a very hefty tube, and I am excited to get a cleanser. We had just run out. So I do like that so far. Next, I went into the Huda Beauty Wishful Honey Balm Moisturizer, and I was a little concerned in the beginning that it was gonna be too much because I had put on a bunch. I had some on my neck, décolleté, and my face, and I was looking pretty shiny. But I think it's all turned out really well. I don't think with my normal makeup that I'm using, at least the normal like base foundations, concealers, it does not look overwhelming. It doesn't look too oily, shiny. I will keep you updated on if things change later. But yeah, so far I actually like this a lot. And right now I'm kind of needing that rejuvenation in my skin. Next, speaking of the illumination, I went into the Keys Illuminating Serum, but it's a primer. I don't have on any highlighters, I should say that. And I do think my skin looks, you know, like maybe I do have some juice to it. It does look illuminated, but from within, not from a highlighter, not from any particular makeup piece, because I don't have any of those on. I think this looks pretty good, actually. I am not upset at how the makeup is looking. I'm looking here in my mirror to see in person. I can see some texture up front, but nothing overwhelming and nothing that wouldn't be obvious for when you're sick and you're gonna, you know, have pores because you're human. So I'm really pretty pleased at how the base makeup is laying on top of this product. So I'm gonna keep trying this, even though it's summer and it's hot, and I live in Florida and it's humid. I'm not mad at this at all. I was really unsure how I was going to feel about this iconic London liquid sheer blush. Mine is in the shade Fard Daphne. I swear to you, that's what it says there, Fard Daphne. And it was kind of a pale pink, but I definitely see it right here. And I even layered it up a bit just to make sure I could. And I used the sponge they gave me, this UVE Beauty sponge. And even though it's very squishy, and I know some people like maybe a little bit of firmness to this, everything went on really well, and I do feel like I got a full face of makeup. It didn't pull away too much, and it doesn't look like the sponge is too caked either, which it did say that the sponge would be giving back the makeup. It wouldn't be just absorbing it. And I used the bottom of this for the blush and used the top also to kind of like blend it out and mix it a little bit. And I think it doesn't look overwhelmingly blushy, which is not how I want to look anyway, so that's really good. I'm gonna keep trying this, and I didn't think I was going to say that in this video. Surprising myself. I have to say, I think I like this Viseart bronzer more than I like that other bronzer that I got from my base box, but that could also be a color tone situation. But the formula, okay, the packaging's a little bit smart. I can't get into it. The color is definitely up my alley and probably more the shades and tones I gravitate to naturally, but the blend on it, so smooth, so nice. I've used it around the perimeter of my face, across my nose, and I definitely warmed up right up here, and I'm trying that higher chiseled look that everybody is doing right now, and I think it looks really natural looking. It does not look overwhelming, and I also feel like if I wanted to, I could go back in and add more if I needed to, but I can still blend it down if I need to as well. I think it looks really good. And it's a good color match for me, I do believe. So pretty happy to get this Viseart bronzer. I think I knew some, at one point, Viseart bronzers were going around, and I was so disappointed I hadn't gotten to try one because I ended up falling in love with their shadows. So I'm really excited to have this. Next, the Rare Beauty. I I like the formula on these matte shadows and this shimmer shadow. I think it all blended really beautifully on the lids. Do I think the colors are anything special in this particular palette that I received? No. I feel like I have all of these in other palettes in my collection. So it's not that I was unfamiliar with how to approach some of these purples, just purple's also not my jam. It's not something that I'm gonna gravitate to naturally. But this glitter, I'm so glad I tested it on my hand before, I'm making sure it's not on my finger, before I put it on my face, because I don't have any intention of putting that anywhere near my face anytime soon, and I'm itchy just thinking about it. I really think these shadows, I want to try some more of her, maybe some shadows that maybe are a little bit more special, a little bit more unique maybe. Does she have any color stories that you guys like that are like known to be some of her best? Because the formula that I tried when I've used, let's see here, I've used 4 of the shadows. I think my eye look today looks really nice. I think it's really well blended. I think the colors are great. I didn't even spend a ton of time on it because I'm not feeling my best. And I think it really pulled together a nice look. The glitter inside, in the middle, no. Is there some special thing I should know about this? Maybe I'm just being too harsh on it, but this was just, looked like sugar, like raw sugar on my hand, and now it's places. It's places, so. Just gonna, I hope I reach for this again for the purples, but I'm not a big purple person. So this does make me excited to try more of her eyeshadows though, for sure. I would like to see a palette that kind of speaks to me more, maybe has no raw glitter in it, and I would try that out. The liner's not my favorite. The liner is a little distracting to me where I curled my lashes, even where I know it was dry, because it definitely peeled off down here and it was very inky and wet to apply, so it's very easy to mess up. I naturally have some shaky hands, so this isn't my favorite formula, but I'm curious to see how well this lasts, but also how well it comes off. So here's to hoping that the rest of the day goes well. I'll probably give you an update in an upcoming faves and fails, so be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I give you updates on all of these products. And I have to say, super duper excited to get a Patrick Ta product. I've never gotten to try Patrick Ta, and I put this on and then I put this on, so my final result is tingling right now, so I'm trying to put that aside for this. But this is actually really nice. I liked the very light scent with it. I like how my lips immediately looked glossy and juicy and plump. This is definitely gonna be a summer treat for me to put on my lips because I feel like it's just gonna give you this nice, like, juiced up, wet glow and go. I wanna try it maybe even with no base underneath it too, just to see how that does. This Too Faced lip injection gives a lot of claims, I'll be honest. So it's even saying that will help you like down the road, long-term lip plumper. I can feel it. It's not overwhelming right now. It's definitely died down as far as like the sensations go, and my mouth feels fine. So I'm curious to see how this will evolve with me, and do I want to reach for it? Do I notice a difference long-term? This is a product that makes me want to look at the honest user reviews to see if anyone else has used it before. So again, stay tuned. I'm gonna do a quick spray down, and you guys, I think that's it. If you do want to see me use this palette that was also in one of these boxes, check out my last video because I did do a try on first impressions with this palette, and I do give you my initial thoughts. Like I said though, I'm probably going to be using these even more as I'm feeling better and start to give you some more like, hey, now that I've had this longer, let me tell you how I feel about it, because you guys know I have feelings on a lot of things. I have thoughts and I like to share them with you to let you know, even if you don't get Boxycharm, is this worth your money? Is this worth your time? Is this worth the face space and your beauty space? Overall, I have to say I'm actually really pleased with everything I got in these PR boxes, and I wasn't displeased with what I got in my paid for boxes. It was less makeup. It was 2 products of makeup, whereas the PR box had way more makeup. It only had really no skincare, if you think about it. Although if you consider the backlight primer that I couldn't use, a skincare, that would be, but it's also a primer, so you can lump that into makeup if you choose. But this was a lot more makeup, which I'm happy to see. I want to see that though in the paid for boxes and the PR boxes. I'm really excited too about continuing to try some of these things as I'm trying to make my skin look better, make myself feel better. So let me know what your thoughts are. Do you still get Boxycharm? And if so, what did you get? Did you get something different than me that I should try? Something that I should be aware of or avoid? let your girl know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy channel, hi new friends, I really hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on my upcoming honest user reviews with these, my faves and fails, what do I still use, what have I gotten rid of, all of those things. Bye friends.